Hello, Romanus.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. How are you?
I'm doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm excited to record a podcast episode with you. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been too long.
It's been since like 23rd of June, I think, when we released our 28 years later review.
Yeah.
And we released that and The Materialists back to back within the same week. So we've been waiting a while to talk about not just a movie, but this movie that we'll be talking about in particular today. And that movie is Jurassic World Rebirth.
Well, you actually saw the movie.
I did see that movie.
Is it a movie that you're interested in reviewing later?
No.
Oh, wow.
I did see, I went, 80% of the reason I went was to catch the Odyssey teaser trailer that was playing in front of it.
Wait, you went to see a movie just for the trailer? Like the trailer for a different movie?
It was worth it.
Was it?
Yeah, 60 seconds. Totally worth it.
Damn.
The movie was fine.
It was just okay.
It was fine.
It was
pretty fucking stupid, but
damn,
I enjoyed it.
Oh, you did?
I had fun with how stupid it was.
Oh,
not in like the other Jurassic World movie kind of way, where it was like, this is too stupid for me.
Mm-hmm.
This was like an impersonation of Steven Spielberg kind of stupid.
Who directed it?
Gareth Edwards.
Okay, so
No, like a lot of his Edwards-isms were kind of in the movie, so he knew how to scale the dinosaurs really well, so they looked the most imposing that they'd ever looked in this series. And it was shot on film, so it looked good.
Okay.
The characters were all one-dimensional and pretty boring.
With the Jurassic Park movie, there's always a family that shouldn't be there.
That happens.
A wealthy man that's gonna be murdered.
That
eventually.
happens. Yeah.
Murdered by some dinosaurs, and just the most just wealthiest
like
way.
Everything that you would think happens in this movie does happen.
Like a velociraptor slits his throat.
There's actually no raptors in this movie.
Oh, that's different. Because usually raptors are a huge
There's
part.
a big thing. You'd think that there's going to be a big sequence with raptors. There's no raptors in this movie.
Okay, but there's like a T-Rex.
Yeah, the T-Rex scene is probably the best part of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is the on-screen chemistry between Scarlett Johansson and the other guy who's been making out with her on these red carpets?
This guy said chemistry.
None?
There is no chemistry between any characters in this movie.
Okay, damn. Well, it's good to see Mahershala Ali be in something, if he can't be Blade.
I mean, the three leads are the best part of the movie. I mean, Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali are really good.
Okay.
But Jonathan Bailey's the only one with any personality.
Ugh.
So...
And Mahershala is probably the evil, like the guy who has been in some like armed forces or something.
I mean, yeah, he's the Merc character,
okay,
but so is Scarlett Johansson. They're both kind of like friends.
Why don't we write a Jurassic World movie? Because it feels like we know the structure.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, this is the movie writes itself Jurassic Park movie in the whole series, but it's definitely the best one since The Lost World, in my opinion.
So which one was The Lost World?
The second one.
The second Jurassic Park movie.
There's Jurassic Park and then The Lost World, Jurassic Park, only two directed by Spielberg.
Okay.
And then Jurassic Park 3, and then the Jurassic World movies, which there's 4 of now.
Was Lost World the one where like the little girl sort of does acrobats?
Yeah, the gymnastics.
She just jumps out of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot take, that's my favorite movie in the series. I love The Lost World.
It's better than the original to you?
I don't think it's better than the original.
Oh, but it's more entertaining.
An objective way. I enjoy the second movie more.
When did that one come out?
95 or 6, I want to say. Yeah.
All right.
I like that movie a lot, though. I like the first. The first two are the only ones that I think are genuinely good movies in this series. Jurassic Park 3 is fun. It's really stupid. It's about the same as like this new one, Rebirth, where I'm like, this is super stupid, but I'm having fun with it.
What's the worst Jurassic Park movie?
The one I haven't seen.
Oh, Jesus. Then we can't even talk about
exactly.
it. Okay. Well,
so that's our review for Jurassic World Rebirth. Everybody.
No.
This was a good, I'm glad that we decided to reunite after a couple weeks for this.
Yeah.
Nice. Not a long-winded review, just nice and concise.
Well, that was the Loose Leaf Media Podcast.
This was a good episode. I really thank you, everybody, for tuning into this one.
My name is Romanus.
And I'm Dave. Hey, I'm always supposed to go first. No,
okay.
That's not cool.
It is your show.
I don't care, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
But we will see you all right now.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about Superman, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound so
I'm excited. I am excited.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to talk about Superman.
We're actually going to talk about Superman.
Actually gonna
it's
talk
not
about
actually as good as Jurassic World Rebirth.
We're not running some intergalactic kegger.
You know, a line like that actually would have worked in Superman.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like I got to start calling it like Superman 2025 now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's what it is.
There's definitely been more Batman than Superman.
Yeah.
But now we've had, 3, 4 cinematic Supermen?
So we'll backpedal on this a little bit.
Okay.
Before we probably get into the movie, it's probably good to kind of invite the history of this character on screen in a little bit.
Why not?
That's our intro. We really had nothing planned this time, so I guess without further ado, my name is Davis Leaf. I'm here with my co-host
Romanus,
and this is the Loose Leaf Media Podcast. And today we are here to talk about Superman 2025, James Gunn's Superman, Superman Legacy. That was the former title for this or something. I don't know.
Superman Returns?
Superman Returns 2.
Superman again?
Superman Reborn. Superman Rebirth.
2 Man?
Superman Tokyo Drift.
Superman Lost World?
The Super and the Man.
The Super and the Man.
Man Super.
Man of Superman?
Just Super, like the James Gunn movie.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see Rainn Wilson? Yeah,
it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, that movie came out at a bad time because it came out right after Kick-Ass came out.
Yeah,
and I feel like they're the same movie, but I feel like that movie would have gotten a lot more love had Kick-Ass not released it at the same time. But they're both good movies.
And I think Kick-Ass is just a little more flashy.
It's more accessible, I think, for mainstream audiences.
And then the second one had what's his face?
Jim Carrey.
No! So the first one had Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the second one had
Nicolas
Jim
Cage was in both of them.
In both what?
There's Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah, he's not in the second one.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He dies in the first one.
Oh, Jesus! Spoilers for a movie that's
been for
15 years.
15 years, yeah.
Damn, we're 30.
Damn.
God damn it.
And we've gone through a lot of Supermen in our time.
My word.
Third one's the charm in our time.
I hope so.
Yeah, so I guess
we're not excited to review this movie.
I'm excited to review this movie, yeah.
I cannot tell.
It's just been a long week. I'm tired.
Okay.
I had no coffee today, so that also. But no, I'm very enthusiastic to talk about this movie. But we got to talk about the history a little bit because we got George Reeve, who was in the TV show, which I have never seen a single episode of it, but I've seen the movie adaptation, the biopic movie about him with Adrian Brody and Ben Affleck, who plays George Reeve. That's the closest to that I've ever gotten. And then there's Christopher Reeves, which confused me for years.
Yeah.
Because I assumed that they were related because their last name was similar, but then I realized, one of them has an S for Superman on it, and they're not related whatsoever.
No.
But George Reeve plays Superman in the Richard Donner films and some of the non-Richard Donner films, and he's good. He's really good. He's kind of like the Michael Keaton of that Superman. With the Batman. Sure. It's classic. Yeah. Classic, no problems. He was really good in that role. The original one from, was it 78?
Yes, 1978.
Yeah, great movie. Sequel, I would argue, is even better.
I love Superman 2.
With
Zod.
It's a great movie.
I love that movie.
Terrence Stamp as Zod.
Oh my
fucking
God.
Great performance.
One of the best, just comic book movie villains.
I agree.
Ever.
Zod is a great villain. And then the Superman 3, which I don't even know if I've ever seen that movie.
I've seen it.
I don't know if I ever
Is it with Richard Pryor? That's the one?
I don't remember.
Richard Pryor.
Is he in them? Richard
Pryor's
in that
in the
movie?
Superman movie, yes.
That's interesting.
And then Superman 4
The Quest
is
for Peace.
with a nuclear man.
Yes.
As long as nails, and then Superman gets drunk.
I think there are plot points of Quest for Peace that are good on paper. It's just one of the worst comic book movies of all time.
Well, Superman asking every country to like give up their nuclear armaments, and then him throwing them in the sun. He's just like, he has a huge net of missiles, and he just launches it to the sun, and there's no repercussions.
I know, it's just like, on paper there's beats in this plot that are actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But then, you have Superman throwing a nuclear arsenal into the sun, and nothing happens.
Well, like, Superman being this, like, symbol of peace, but coming from America, which is, a global empire, right? So, like, what is his role in creating world peace? There could have been something interesting in it, but instead they made like this,
just the dumbest schlock ever.
Yeah.
And then Superman would die on the screen for a while after that point. When did Quest for Peace come out? Like early 90s or something?
No.
Really?
Dude, no. Quest for Peace was probably in the 80s.
Was it in the? Yeah, it feels like an 80s movie. I can't remember what year it was.
I'm looking it up now. 1987.
87. Yes. Okay, so 2 years before
Mm-hmm.
Tim Burton's first Batman movie.
14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus. That tracks.
Not great.
Well, that killed Superman on screen for like well over a decade, like almost 2 full decades. Mm-hmm. Honestly, basically, if you round up 1 year, I think it is actually like 2 decades, and then he would come back in Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, the one-hit wonder of comic book on-screen portrayals.
Which is too
Just
bad.
kidding. He was also in like Scott Pilgrim, and I think he was in some of the DC CW shows.
Oh yeah. He made a return in like exactly how you said with the Flash and Superman
whatever.
and Lois or whatever.
I like him as Superman. He works. He's very he's always smiling and kind and shit, but he's very stoic as a Superman in that movie, which I didn't love. But I think that that's a fun Superman movie. I like Lex Luthor in that movie.
Who plays Lex Luthor in that movie?
I don't even want to say at this point.
What's wrong?
It's Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Spacey who plays Lex Luthor.
Is Kevin
You knew
Spacey.
that.
I didn't know that. I actually thought, Kevin Spacey's a great actor. He definitely
he's a great actor,
terrible
of course.
person.
Yeah, he's a really great actor.
He's good
but
Lex
he's
Luthor.
also a really terrible person.
Yeah.
But beyond that point, I think that movie has some great scenes in it. I love when the ship is like falling or like sinking, and Superman saves Lois Lane and their family. I like when the big continent starts rising out of the ocean, and Superman goes to confront Lex, and Lex just beats him up with his goons, and Kal Penn is also there. And it's a fun movie. And then the next one happened, Man of Steel.
Yes.
I hate that movie.
I fucking hate Man of Steel.
I really hate that movie.
I fucking hate Man of Steel.
I have tried so many times over the last decade to like that movie, and I just can't do it. It just gets worse and worse every time I've watched it.
I've recently rewatched it for this review. Still hated it.
I couldn't do it. I didn't watch any Superman movies in preparation for this.
I watched the first 2 Christopher Reeves Superman movies.
Nice.
Because they just get me in my feels.
Those are the only ones that are really, really worthy of rewatching.
They're amazing. I love them. And then I'm always watching like the old DC cartoons. So
I did watch a little bit of the Justice League before I saw this movie.
That is just...
And I thought that was the best taster to go into this movie with, honestly.
It is just the standard.
It is.
We grew up with those cartoons. They were amazing. That is the standard.
It's a great show.
They're amazing. I love it.
So yeah, I can't get behind Man of Steel, and I never will. I don't like that movie. Suspending my thoughts about BVS, because we've talked about that a lot. I still like BVS.
Fuck BVS.
I know, I understand. It's a hot take. I still like that movie. But I don't like Man of Steel. I don't think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a good Superman movie.
How'd you like the Justice League movies?
Well, when the 4-hour Snyder cut actually came out, I was like, well, this is not bad.
Okay.
I don't know if it's too long. I mean, 4 hours is a lot. It probably is too long.
You have to break it up in
Like, that's a movie that you can watch in hour segments and just watch episodically, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool that this happens as, like, an epic, but I think if that had a theatrical release and it came with, like, an intermission, that'd be kind of a cool theatrical experience. A once-in-a-lifetime moment. Oh, God. And I would have liked to see what that would look like on the big screen, because instead we got the 2-hour Joss Whedon version that I fucking hated. And since then, Superman has just kind of been... They've been trying to figure out what to do with him. And now here we are. James Gunn has taken over DC Studios, and he's kicked things off with Superman 2025. Mm-hmm. And here we are. Romanus, what'd you think of the movie?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Like, it was my most anticipated movie of the summer. Mm-hmm. Probably top 3 most anticipated movies of the year.
Same.
And, this movie it's no secret that they're trying to kick off like a new DC animated universe after the failure of the Zack Snyder DC universe. And there's already superhero fatigue with Marvel and Thunderbolts didn't do well.
Yeah, which surprises
me. There's excitement about Fantastic Four, but
is there though?
That's what I'm saying. To
be honest, I feel like I don't hear anyone talking about it.
It's not what Marvel used to be. Where, dude, when Black Panther came out, everybody was saying you're missing out on this cultural experience if you don't see Black Panther. The first Iron Man movie, it was a huge
Every
deal.
single Avengers movie.
Big deal.
Like, even the ones that were just kind of like the palate cleansers, like, felt like they were more exciting. And they were raking in dough at that time.
Yes.
Like, when your Ant-Man movie is making $600 million at the box office worldwide,
you're cooking with grease.
Like, yeah, that's pretty impressive.
This movie is just in the middle of the road of Superman movies to me. Like, it's not the worst Superman movie by any stretch of the imagination. But I wouldn't put it up there with... Like, it's just probably a little under... Or around Superman Returns, actually. Which, again, like, it didn't do well in the box office. But Superman Returns is not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's just a movie that people didn't like. And probably because it didn't have as much action as people would have liked. People want to see Superman punch motherfuckers through brick walls.
Absolutely.
But, like, there's... For this... ultra strong character that is not easily defeated, what is it, you have to have some mental conflict, some like emotional conflict that makes the story interesting, right? Like that's how you get to Superman. Those are the best Superman stories, when the symbol is questioned.
Absolutely.
Right? So I like, in saying all of that, was the movie just okay? Yeah, like it has, some fun moments. Like I thought David Cornsweet, he was fine as Superman. It did not offend me like Man of Steel, but there was never a moment in the movie where I pointed at the screen and was like, that's Superman, right? Like Christopher Reeves is Superman at every point. He's also Clark Kent at every point of the movie. He just amazing scenes, right? When I left the theater, I immediately thought about the recent Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, where like before I get in the movie, I'm questioning like, okay, this Batsuit, the cowl doesn't look like anything I've ever seen. It doesn't look like Batman. Robert Pattinson, like I don't know if I trust this as Batman.
Yeah.
The Batmobile, it looks like a muscle car. Doesn't feel like Batman. When it all came together on the fucking screen, when those like the gang is attacking that guy off of the train, and you hear those footsteps, and then you see Robert Pattinson in a Batman suit walking from the shadows.
Maybe the best on-screen character reveal of Batman.
Davis,
like for like live action films.
After that scene, I thought that this is Batman.
Yeah, right.
It
hits pretty instantaneously.
It does. There was never a moment like that where I felt like this is Superman.
Okay.
There was no like action set piece or like moment where it just drew my attention and I was like I believe this character. Now it's like, again, in Man of Steel, where you have edgy Superman, and Superman cracks Zod's neck like it's a pickle jar lid, like I
both hands.
See, Superman killing Zod is against Superman's character.
I know.
Like so that's not Superman.
Yeah.
Batman using a gun to save Martha Kent.
Yeah.
To kill somebody, that's not Batman. Batman doesn't use guns. So in the Snyderverse, I'm thinking these are two different characters. So there was never a point in the James Gunn Superman movie where I said that's not Superman.
Absolutely.
But there wasn't a moment where it just caught me either. So that's the only way I could describe this movie is like, now I will see the sequel, and I think that they hired James Gunn because he has success making multiple superhero movies. Like he has his finger on the pulse of audiences when, just knowing what audiences want to see when they come see a comic books, movie. But I don't know if this formula is going to last long. And this tone was okay for a Superman movie because it should be lighthearted a bit. It should be, hi, Lois. Like
I don't think this is the tone that they're going to be committing for every one of their films.
It can't be.
Like I was reading ahead on like I'm very excited for the Lanterns TV show that's going to start next year.
Oh, it's a TV show.
Yeah,
it's not a movie.
No, it's a TV show that's going to be on HBO.
Okay.
And I'm really excited for that, and it's apparently supposed to be like TVMA, so very mature.
Yeah.
And a lot darker and grittier, and it's going to just focus on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart doing just Earth detective work while working for the Green Lantern Corps.
Okay.
And Guy Gardner, I think, will also be in that too.
Okay.
But like, I like that we can have that separation of different tones too. He's meeting with a lot of different filmmakers too. Like apparently he's just met with the director of Godzilla -1 for a DC related project pretty soon.
That would be cool.
So I don't think that this is like the catalyst for a tone that we're going to continue to see for every DC film going forward, which is how it felt during the Snyderverse for a while. And it felt like I was getting a little bit of separation anxiety for that reason, because I'm like, too many of these films are blended together a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why Marvel fatigue has set in a lot of cases too, because it is kind of the same tone for a lot of those movies too. And it's very rare where you feel like they branch out outside of that like lightheartedness that they've adopted for themselves.
Yeah. Some tones, right? Like it's comic books, this is storytelling. So like some characters have different tones and different settings, different themes.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to write Batman the same way you're going to write Superman.
No,
they might cross over sometimes.
And you shouldn't.
You shouldn't, because it's just going to create a different character, a different atmosphere. And so I wouldn't be interested in a James Gunn Batman movie.
I wouldn't either.
Right,
and I don't think he as a filmmaker would be interested in making that either.
Which is,
he clearly like knows the type of films that he should be making.
Yeah.
Like in terms of comic book media. You have the Guardians trilogy, and then you have the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Which is still the same tone as the Guardians movie. It's just, a lot more crude and violent than them. Which is nice to know that he can also do that and level up for himself, but also go from something like the Suicide Squad to something like Superman 2, and once again make it a little bit more accessible and lighthearted for general audiences.
So like we'll even go back to the Superman movie. It was very lighthearted, and in the movie I saw a lot of kids, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm glad that kids have Superman. Yeah, I'm glad that kids. This is a superhero movie that kids can see.
Absolutely.
Like, how many kids are gonna want to go to Man of Steel like multiple times? Like you got to see Crypto, you got to see the Green Lantern. Like it was fun. Like where there's some crude jokes, a few, but it's still a kids movie.
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie?
I loved the movie. I really, really loved this film. It's probably my favorite comic book film I've seen in a couple years now. Okay. I would say since Across the Spider-Verse came out. This is the most I've enjoyed a comic book film.
Damn.
Because this movie doesn't, like this, I do think that this movie fundamentally understands Superman, like understand who he needs to be. And you mentioned like how there's never a moment where you're just like, that's Superman. I felt several moments where I felt that way, and a lot of it, huge testament, David Corenswet's performance. I thought he was magnificent as this character. And I love it. I also love it when they choose a relatively unknown actor for like very large roles like this. So because it kind of helps invest my vision of this person as the character they're playing a little bit. And so I'm seeing David Corenswet, not having seen him in a ton of stuff before, and not having a really, really adept idea of what his range looks like. And I'm just instantly like, yeah, this is Superman. I'm watching Superman right now. And from the moment, like, there's a moment where he's like, there's this, what I kind of love about Metropolis in this movie too is that Metropolis feels like a comic book city.
Yes.
There's constant threats happening that would only happen this consistently in a comic book.
Yes.
And here comes Superman or the Justice Gang to do something about it. There's even a moment that is so cheeky at one point where he's having a really nice conversation with Lois Lane, and you just see this wide shot of the Justice Gang fighting outside in the sky in the middle of Metropolis. And I'm just like, see, this is an active, living and breathing comic book world where everything is just kind of, there's constant momentum being built somewhere, even if it doesn't have to do with the character that we're following. And I'm like, I like this take of it feeling like a living and breathing comic book world, and it feels very different from... I'm sorry.
Finish your
point. No. It just feels very different from some of the world building that not only I saw in the Snyderverse, but in the MCU as well, where you actually feel you see the activities of other things happening in this world, like something that you would happen on a comic book panel.
To your point, there was one scene where Superman's fighting this giant monster downtown, and it's like about to hit buildings and stuff, and he's like trying to like
save everybody,
including the monster.
See, that was the moment for me where the first moment where I'm just like, that is Superman. He is going so far to ridiculous lengths out of his way to make sure nobody gets hurt, including the fucking monster.
Dude, even a fucking squirrel.
The squirrel.
He flies and saves a squirrel and just flies it over and just runs away from him.
The squirrel thing made me laugh so much because I was like, that is so cheeky to me. Where it's like, that is Superman. And those are the kind of minute details that have been missing with this character for a long fucking time.
And even going back to your point where like, it's in a Metropolis is a city where like, there are metahumans and there's crazy stuff that happens all the time. There's a scene where the monster is fighting right outside of a building, and there's a storefront at the bottom of the building where a guy's just eating yogurt, just watching, like the shadow is overcast, and he's watching on the news the fight that's happening immediately outside of the door. And Superman just saves the building, obviously.
But it's just like, the citizens of Metropolis are just so used to this kind of shit happening all the time, too. Where it's just like, probably should just finish this and not go outside right now. It's just like, that's the sensation.
It's like it's raining. Like, I guess I'm going to just eat this yogurt.
I was going to go outside, but I guess I'll just wait till they're done. And that's like, that's so cheeky to me. But it also feels like the living, breathing, vibrant world of a Superman comic. And I just think James Gunn perfectly understands how to characterize Superman in this world.
This movie was vibrant. Another thing I'll comment about James Gunn movies, even the Suicide Squad movie was very colorful, very vibrant.
That's the only movie I watched in preparation for this. And honestly, it wasn't a bad choice. Cause
it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but there's also some nods to like the bigger world that we introduced to in that movie too.
Absolutely. This movie does look incredible.
It looks beautiful.
I love the look of the robots, and it's a nice breath of fresh air for DC characters, because the Zack Snyder movies were so muted.
The mute and grayness of it all. And it was so just filthy looking.
There was never a time where like the background felt like CG. Of course, like you're not shooting these movies in Antarctica, right? For the Fortress of Solitude scenes. But everything, you are in Kansas with the Kents. So you're on a farm.
Was it Kansas? Or was it Ohio?
I'm pretty sure he's from Kansas.
He is from Kansas, but I saw like in the end credits of the movie they were crediting Ohio.
But maybe they shot it in Ohio.
That's what I'm assuming, because I do know that he is from Kansas. But I'm just like,
okay,
that makes more sense. Makes more sense. Because I was like debating that in my head. It's like, wait, is he supposed to be in Ohio, or did they just shoot it in Ohio and he still has his regular comic book roots of being from Kansas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love the Daily Planet. You're in Lex Luthor's building. There's so many different sets, right? And then
and it feels very set driven in that way too,
as it should be.
Like even when you're at the Justice Gang's fortress too,
Hall of Justice.
Hall of Justice, yeah, which apparently they're commissioned by Max Lord.
Yeah,
it took me like most of the movie to realize that too.
Well, you see little Easter eggs, like even like the building that Superman's in on a certain point where like he's like
there's a lot of things like that I like want to mention that I can't even tell if there's spoilers or not for this movie too.
Well, I mean, there's one. So the Stag building that he's in, that's in reference to Metamorpho.
Yes, it is. Who we see.
We do see. And that's not a spoiler. Metamorpho.
Because he is a character in the movie.
Yes. So like
played by Anthony Carrigan from Barry.
Yeah, I love that show.
And yeah, it's a good show. But like when I knew that he was going to be playing this character in the movie, I didn't expect his voice to be so Anthony Carrigan, which was nice. It was kind of funny. It's just like you look at him and it's like he's going to have a raspy, grungy sound to him, and he's just like, nope. I'm all sweet Anthony Carrigan.
Yeah, no, it's there's a scene where like he's fighting guys and it's multiple guys and they're like, what are you going to do? You're going to fight all of us? And he just has a funny moment where he obviously defeats these four guys on jetpacks. Like the movie looks great.
Yeah, like they use this like lens for the movie that it's like kind of a newer lens that can switch from 16 to 18 to 21 millimeter.
Okay.
Like within a moment. And so that's why you kind of get like these zoom shots in a lot of scenes where it'll like zoom in and zoom out on characters, but still the camera will be moving around a little bit.
They did it with the sequence with Lex Luthor, I think,
they did.
Where he's talking to multiple people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I like that effect that it's kind of having too. It's very unique looking. And I do notice that there's a lot of things throughout James Gunn's career that he tries with his camera techniques. Like in like the vibrance is definitely really there, and he's been working with the same cinematographer since Guardians Volume 2, which is why I kind of feel like there's been such a strong evolution in his camera work. But like there's a lot of vibrance in Volume 2, and then you get to the Suicide Squad, and he's moving the camera a lot more between characters talking in the same room, and so it's like you'll have a whip pan from one character saying something to the other character say something, and it's like it looks nice. And then he applies that same concept into Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy, where characters will be talking in one shot, and then the camera will move, not just cut. It'll just move over to the next person and what they have to say. And in this movie, you get this like weird zoom lens that he's using, and God, the color palette in this movie actually looks gorgeous.
Yes,
and it's vibrant. It's a vibrant looking movie.
It looks like a comic book,
and it just looks nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace. It's like one of the better looking comic book movies in a couple years also, I would say.
It's what we should get.
I agree. It's just like make this movie look like a Superman movie, and that's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
So as textured as the movie is, yes, talking about kind of what this movie represents for the character of Superman, I do personally think that this movie understands that character in terms of like his internal conflict, because what I was hoping for and what I got with this movie is that this is a very timely movie as well, too. Like, the movie's not really subtle with some of its thematic messaging.
We will get to that.
Yes. And I appreciated that because that's what I wanted to see. And James Gunn, I think, has grown in being more comfortable expressing those things in his movies as a filmmaker. But this one is one of the more timely superhero films that I feel like we've gotten in a while. And I guess, I mean, you could say something about Brave New World this year, too, in terms of some of its subtext, but who cares about that movie?
Obviously not us, because we didn't post our episode.
No, but this movie just feels like it's unafraid to tackle a lot of its like themes in what it's saying, too. But I think that definitely, the jurisdictional components of Superman definitely forces a huge internal conflict of what he's doing. And his biggest conflict, I feel like, in this movie is whether or not he can come to terms with the fact that what he's doing is truly the right thing he should be doing.
Right.
Otherwise, his other alternative seems to be that he'll just do nothing. in general. Or it's just like, I can either use my power and go out and like help the world in the way that I'm doing it, and, you know, internationally relate to other countries on behalf of my own, apparently, or I could just do nothing and just have a really boring time at the Daily Planet.
It's almost like with great power comes great responsibility. It's
almost like that. And I think, you know, obviously every superhero goes through that kind of internal conflict in their own way. But Superman definitely feels that because the weight of the world is constantly on his shoulders. And it's pretty much always being challenged in every single act of this movie, especially once the second act starts.
And there is a moment at the beginning of the movie that is in one of the trailers where Lois Lane is interviewing Clark, or like she knows,
which is
that
easily one of the best moments of the entire movie.
It's my favorite moment of the movie because it's this.
I didn't want it to end, honestly.
Yeah, it goes on long, but the conversation is interesting. It asks great questions of this character where, like, what makes you think that you have this authority to
exactly
step
it's just
in
like what business
issues.
What business do you have to do these things, to get involved with, you know, warring countries across the world,
and why should we trust you,
and why should we trust that you have the best intentions in place here?
Who do you answer to? Like what is the why are you doing these things? What is your ulterior motive? Why should we trust you?
And this movie makes that its point in a lot of its themes too, because Zack Snyder kind of tries to do that in BVS. There's that sequence when like there's all these newsreels of people asking about the legitimacy of Superman. Yeah. But it doesn't go that far beyond that point. No. It just poses the question instead of making it the movie the question. Yeah. And I'm glad that this movie is willing to do that, because that was the most interesting concept in BVS to me, is like, how are we as people supposed to take this person? This movie really also loves to use the term alien a lot in reference to Superman, which not exactly that subtle there either, but I really appreciate how aggressive they keep referring to him as an alien in this movie. It's like this living, breathing world of cosmic superheroes, and everybody's just like, ugh, the alien. Yeah. What's his deal? And I'm just like, why are you guys being so hostile towards the only person that's completely independent and trying to do something good for everybody? Interesting messaging there. But it poses a very interesting internal conflict for him. Like, what authority does he have, like you said?
Yeah. Speaking of Lois Lane, how did you feel about the other performances in the movie?
Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, best Lois Lane on screen.
I would agree with that.
Best Lois Lane that I've seen.
She was amazing.
For the first time out of every Lois Lane I've seen in live action, she did not annoy me. I thought she was fantastic in this movie. Actually felt like a real person. Had things to do that furthered the plot in the movie too, and just felt like a three-dimensional character in this movie. And also just felt like the chemistry she has with Superman is great. Yeah, I believe their relationship like quite a bit, and they go through their own little arc in the movie as well, which was, I thought, really sweet. Yeah,
it doesn't occupy a ton of the story. Like, everything is layered really well,
because the movie also knows. We know who this guy is at this point, too. Yes. We're not going to spend endless amounts of time resetting everything up. It reminded me of the Batman in that way, because Superman is already established in this world. It's not an origin story. Yes. It's Superman or Batman learning to become that person, learning to like uphold that name that they have. And it's refreshing. I do have to say, the moment, like, it sealed the deal for me pretty instantly in this movie, because the movie opens with just, like, a great score. Also, shout out to the score in this movie. It sounds fantastic. It uses, like, some of the old John Williams theme and composes it with some newer themes as well, and it sounds great. But right when I hear that score opening, and we just see some of the opening texts giving the background history, and then it just ends with, spoiler alert quick, just, like, for the first time in history, Superman has lost a battle 3 days ago. Yeah. Or like 3 minutes ago.
3 hours ago.
3 hours ago. Chills, bro. I had more chills than I had felt in a movie this year, right when I read that text. And I was just like, oh, let's fucking go. This is going to be crazy. Yeah. Just hearing or just reading something like that to me just feels like I'm reading a comic book. Yeah. Just like, for the first time in history, Superman has lost a battle. And I'm just like, what the fuck? the stakes already feel so high right now. And so I feel that comic book feeling coming from this movie. And it's great. I enjoy that. But Rachel Brosnahan was fantastic. And then you have your Lex, Nicholas Hoult. What'd you think of Lex?
I thought that he was definitely better than Mark Zuckerberg. No, not Mark Zuckerberg. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely better than Jesse Eisenberg, which no hate on Jesse Eisenberg. He's been in other good stuff. It just was not the best way to play Lex Luthor. Yeah, Lex Luthor is in this movie, played by Nicholas Hoult, who was... I really loved him as Beast in the X-Men movies.
Yeah, he's really good as the character.
Like, he plays a very... just like petty, neurotic, like fast talking, maniacal Lex Luthor. So it's a comic book version of Lex Luthor.
Very
We've seen many different types. Some funny stuff, like on one hand, like he's like building a wormhole, and on the other hand, he's handing a donut to a guy, like and he's just
that's
like,
that James Gunn in the movie too. It's very campy and goofy still.
It's right.
It feels like an '80s Superman movie in a lot of ways,
which is fine.
I like that.
By the way, like my favorite Lex Luthor is Gene Hackman, dude. Like I just know. For some reason, Gene Hackman was humorous, but also like just he had such presence in the movie. Yeah. I just loved it.
I would agree. I'd still say Gene Hackman reigns supreme in terms of on-screen Lex Luthor.
But Nicholas Hoult is not bad. And honestly, maybe Lex Luthor is the most consistent character in the Superman movies. Well, because
he's just a day one Superman hater.
Yes.
And that's his only motive ever.
Yeah.
He just hates Superman. And sometimes he has different reasons, but that's his whole arc. Is just like, I hate Superman so fucking much, I want to kill this guy.
Yeah.
And that's who he is in this movie. He does have a great speech at the end of the movie, though. The envy speech that he gives. I really loved the writing on that. I was like, that's a top tier villain speech right there.
Yeah, they both, like, Superman also has great dialogue in that last talk where there's a it's not just Superman punching Lex Luthor through a wall. There is a moral conflict between the two. Like Lex Luthor is,
which there should be between those two characters. Like, they're like next to Batman and the Joker. This is like the most iconic hero and nemesis relationship in comic books.
Well, Lex Luthor is this ultra wealthy, ultra intelligent human who feels threatened by this alien that is all powerful, that just is outside of human logic. So Lex Luthor feels threatened, and Superman is like, hey, I'm just trying to help people. But Lex Luthor is willing to destroy the world to get rid of Superman.
Yep. Which is perfect fashion Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
He's an insane person at the end of the day.
It's played well as a comic book.
He's an evil genius.
He's an evil genius. It's fun.
Yeah. He's great. I liked him a lot. He's fun, charismatic, crazy.
Yeah. Any other performances that you want to talk about?
Eddie Gaffey, what's his name? Mr. Terrific.
Oh yeah. Eddie Gaffey?
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah.
He's also in X-Men First Class.
Yes, he is. For like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like one of the most tragic things I've ever seen happen in a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Just bad writing for his character in that. But he was a really interesting character, but his problem as Darwin, he was just too powerful.
Yeah.
So like, we gotta get fucking rid of this guy.
Yeah.
And then I remember him as Laurent in the Twilight movies.
Yes.
And then he was also in Gone Baby Gone.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He's been in quite a few stuff.
Yeah, he's been a character actor for quite a while.
He was really good as Mr. Terrific.
He's great. He's great.
He has movie. Even an action set piece where...
Probably my favorite set piece in this whole movie.
It's my favorite set piece in the movie. Unfortunately...
It's like one take.
It's not a Mr. Terrific movie.
No.
I feel like Superman should have had the best action set piece.
I agree. I agree.
But it is what it is.
But like, it's a great set piece. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's fun.
Good levity from him in this movie. Mm-hmm. Nathan Fillion's just doing what he does best, which is just being fun and being funny.
Absolutely.
I never have any bad thoughts on him as an actor. And he works as Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
I'm going to be interested to see what he how he's characterized in the Lantern series, which is supposed to be a little bit more serious and darker, apparently. But that'll be fun. I'm sure he'll be the comic relief in that, if anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, good cast. Really good ensemble cast of characters. I don't think anybody was out of place in terms of casting.
No, yeah. Everybody was fine.
Yeah, everybody does really good. Beyond that point, it's kind of hard to really talk about the plot without going into spoilers here.
Before we get into spoilers, it sounds like you would recommend this movie.
Very much so.
And I would still say, yeah, go see the movie. Yeah. It's not something that I am gonna give like 2 thumbs up. Like everybody has to go see this movie.
I honestly would feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I think that this still, as much as I loved it, I still don't know if this is like a movie for everybody, because James Gunn is kind of an acquired taste too. And I think I would recommend a Guardians movie before something like this from James Gunn in terms of accessibility.
Yeah.
But for a Superman movie, it hits a lot of the right Superman beats, but it's not directed conventionally.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not even my favorite movie of the year. Like, there's definitely a few other movies that are probably still over this, but I give it 2 thumbs up still as a comic book movie fan. It
is better than any of the Snyderverse DC movies.
Definitely.
And
so, like, for you, it's like a step in the right direction.
Absolutely. So that's one thing I will say. I think that DC is playing it safe with this movie, and I think that's fine. It is a nice entry into the movies. Is it what Iron Man did for the Marvel Universe? I don't think so. Marvel, like Iron Man, is a better movie. The first Iron Man is a better movie.
Because they didn't know what they were going to do after that point. Yeah, like,
no.
The next movie that would come out in that series was The Incredible Hulk a couple months later. And
right.
All of that was just a social experiment at the time. And
exactly.
It would be 2 years before Iron Man 2 would even come out.
Yeah. So, they're obviously planning to create a universe. There's something at the end of this movie where they hint to the next movie in the James Gunn DC universe.
Oh yeah,
right,
yeah.
So,
which is still like very much attached to this.
It's detached, but
like attached. It's
yes,
closer to this movie in terms of like the next film in this series, which I think is good.
Yeah,
and it doesn't feel so radical of a shift too.
No, I'm interested to see that movie.
I am too.
But
we'll actually mention the movie when we talk about spoilers.
Exactly. I would recommend it, but it's not like something where I say you have to go immediately now watch this movie. It's just like I'm looking forward to see more fun movies. It was an enjoyable,
it's a good movie.
Theater experience. Yeah.
Go
see it.
Good timely Superman movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So transitioning into spoilers.
Yeah.
So, where do we even begin with spoilers?
We can even begin with what I was alluding to at the end.
Okay.
Supergirl, played by
Millie Alcock, or something,
from
Little Rhaenyra, from House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon fame.
I caught that instantly. I was just like, "Hey, it's Little Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
she's Supergirl. I buy that. I'm into that." And apparently, she's like drunk.
Yeah, and she flies to. Superman says that she flies to planets with red suns so that she can get drunk, because otherwise their metabolism wouldn't allow them to get drunk. I would love to see an intergalactic Supergirl movie.
I'm interested in that.
Right? Just like a movie of a different tone.
Comes out like in a year from now too.
Yeah, so it's like I like how they have the rotation.
Yeah. And I guess Crypto will be back in that too.
Yes.
Because apparently that was her dog.
Her dog.
Crypto's such a highlight in this movie.
Yes.
I fucking loved Crypto.
Oh.
And it would be easy to hate that in a movie because it's like kind of pandering for merchandise or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, Crypto actually has a character in this movie. He does things.
Crypto does things, and it's not annoying, and it's not ham-fisted.
No.
It's just he's also not a dog that follows, Superman. That's not his owner. He's like Superman is struggling to keep Crypto under control. But it ends up working out in his favor at the end of the movie.
He's like literally the second character we see in the movie after Superman. And it's the trailer moment where he calls Krypto, and then Krypto just starts like jumping on him, and he's excited to see him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep. At least Krypto's being a dog.
And the CG for Krypto was awesome.
It looks great. He looks fantastic. That moment where he's at home and he's laying on his chest.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I literally thought that was a real dog for a second.
I thought that was a real fucking dog. And Krypto's like playing with cows.
And he's just like, I gotta get him out of there, otherwise he'll kill the
cows. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah. He's such a dog in this movie. And James Gunn allows Krypto to be a dog too. He doesn't try to make him like hyper intelligent or anything.
No.
He's just like, because like we have like I don't think you saw Volume 3 of Guardians.
No.
Yeah. Well, we have Cosmo in that one, the space dog, and Cosmo's a great character in that movie. But Cosmo's also like a hyper intelligent dog, but also still has like dog qualities that never shy away.
Yeah.
And but Krypto's just a voiceless dog with Superman powers.
Yes.
And he's great. Anyway, the first kind of big thing that's kind of revealed right at the start of this movie is Jor-El.
Yes.
Played by fucking
Bradley
Cooper.
Yeah.
And it took me a second. I'm like, wait, why is he? Oh, yeah, he's Rocket.
Yeah.
And James loves bringing his friends into his movies, which I really appreciate. And I'm just like, okay, Jor-El is played by Bradley Cooper. I buy that. That's cool.
Well, there's been a few prominent actors that have played Jor-El, right? Like Marlon Brando, of course, and Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
they even brought unused footage of Brando back for Superman Returns.
Yes.
And so now we have 3 huge names in the acting community that have played Jor-El. So that's just kind of one of them roles where you got to cast somebody big for that.
That's one of the fun things in the movies, that they do give little Easter eggs or just like fun moments where you might point at the screen and like, oh, like that's Bradley Cooper's Jor-El. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Christopher Reeve's son shows up in one of the newsreels. Yes, he does.
Will Reeve or something?
Yeah. He looks exactly like his father.
He did, yeah. I think for me, the biggest twist that I actually loved that this movie took was Superman's parents' intentions.
Yeah.
Like, for this entire movie, after that whole sequence is revealed that Jor-El and Zara had sent Superman to take over Earth and basically enslave humanity to bow to his will. At first, when that's revealed, I was just like, that can't be real. Yeah. Like, Lex Luthor's playing everybody, right? Because that's what he always does. He falsifies information and then turns the public against Superman. He does this in, like, every comic ever. And then it turned out they never took it back once in this movie. And I'm just like, wait, that was real?
Yeah.
Zor-El and Zara were actually shitty people that sent him here to just take over Earth?
Well, they're this ultra-intelligent space race that looks at Earthlings like ants, and so they say, "Hey, son, go there, take over their shit."
Literally Zod.
Yeah,
like literally the Zod mentality of it.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, Kryptonians kind of suck, didn't they?
They suck.
And I'm just like, I actually respect that creative choice.
Do they ever say that that's Jor-El in the movie?
I don't think so. I just think he refers to them as his mom and his dad.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Wouldn't it be great if that wasn't Jor-El?
What
if that was Zod? Could we see Bradley Cooper as Zod? We set that together.
Not us geeked over this right now.
I mean, well, it also does. It looks like in the cast, it does say that Bradley Cooper was Jor-El.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I saw in the end credits, he was labeled as Jor-El.
That's too bad.
But also the robots.
The robots were super cool.
They're great, and they're also voiced by very prominent people.
Yeah.
You have Alan. I've never known how to pronounce his last name.
Tudyk,
yeah. But he's everywhere, He's in everything. He's one of the biggest character actors of our time, too. Michael Rooker and Pom Klementieff from every other James Gunn movie also. They're voicing the robots. And then Jennifer Holland was one of the voices as well. James Gunn's wife and from Peacemaker. Who is also has a cameo in this movie too.
John Cena is in the Superman movie.
Yeah,
is Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm. He's in Peacemaker at one point. Yeah, Peacemaker's in here. Mm-hmm. He's like commentating on Superman on like a television show.
Yeah,
and then Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. Is in this, who I think is apparently going to be in this new season of Peacemaker that comes out next month too, which I'm excited for that show.
Yeah,
but that was cool. That was cool. Yeah. Who else kind of cameos in this? Anyone?
I think is
that pretty much
all we can.
The big cameo list.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, good little things. But one of the things I like about this movie a lot too is that it stays self-contained. Yeah, we get a little Supergirl teaser at the end of this movie, but not a lot of stuff in this movie feels like it's intended to be just like constant setup for like other movies. Mm-hmm. It just feels like an establishing film for the world building, but it's also not an origin film for Superman. Mm-hmm. It's like it's not going through the exact same plot structure that we've seen before for him, which is nice. Yeah. It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah. Another spoiler, which is a significant part of the storyline of the movie, is that Superman is like he begins the movie, and this is off screen, but he's intervened in a conflict between two neighboring countries. Apparently, there's one country with a lot of weapons, and another country that does not have a lot of weapons. Mm-hmm. And the country with a lot of weapons is trying to invade the more down bad country. Mm-hmm. And Superman flies over, stops the conflict from happening. No one dies. Mm-hmm. Maybe he says that a few tanks blow up, a few airplanes blow up, but no one dies. And he threatens the leader of the company with all the weapons and
pins him to a cactus.
And just leaves him. Of course,
which is crazy.
It's
like
crazy
when you say it out loud. Yes. I'm just like, huh. No wonder you're kind of catching a lot of heat right now. Yeah. That's actually kind of crazy.
And this, by the way, this conflict doesn't remind us of anything that's happening.
Not at all. No,
life, right?
There's nothing that I would imagine this relates to in contemporary times.
Of course not. No.
Because this movie doesn't say any of those names or anything.
No, they're two imaginary countries.
They're completely imaginary countries that they don't relate to real countries whatsoever.
No, why would they?
Because that would be crazy.
That would be controversial.
That would be so controversial
for a DC movie,
and especially just like in like woke culture these days.
Yeah,
like we don't want to see our Superman movie being that woke, right?
Why is Superman political?
Like, he's not a political character.
Of course not.
He's never been, like, interacting with any political figures in any of the films whatsoever. That's never been a topic of conversation.
None at all. Comic books.
Keep that out of my Superman movie.
There are no politics in comic books. It's not like this is an alien from a different world.
From a different location entirely, not from America specifically.
No.
That is coming and intervening in American affairs and on behalf of America overseas affairs.
Yeah, trying to ingratiate themselves with the culture, feeling like, that their identity is split between two different worlds.
Like what?
Trying to come to reason with that.
What credentials does this alien have to go and become a diplomat? What credentials? I don't understand.
Absolutely none. Not like he's from two different worlds.
Who made him the ambassador? I don't know, man.
No. But again, this doesn't remind us of anything in the real world.
Nothing whatsoever. There's no parallels to be drawn at all.
Absolutely not.
Because, again, that would be crazy.
It would be.
Too controversial, and this movie would have been just blacklisted entirely. Way too many. Can you imagine the headlines?
I can't even
thank God, because I haven't read any crazy headlines about this movie.
I don't even want to think about it.
Me neither.
No.
So yeah, that's a thing in this movie, and it just doesn't have anything to do with anything in real life, and
of course not.
That's just a big plot point of this movie, like the plot of this movie, some may say. And then you got a huge billionaire that's really pulling the strings from behind the scenes as well.
But that would never happen in real life.
Because he just wants to destroy the alien.
Right.
And that's all he really cares about.
But like, billionaires have never been involved with
No, they haven't
wars.
Supported these nations that are just overtaking other nations with less weaponry or means to protect themselves.
No.
In order to fund his war on home to get rid of this alien.
Because billionaires are awesome, dude. They're nice people.
Absolutely.
They're
all great people. I've met so many of them, and they're wonderful.
Oh my god. Great guys.
Great guys. Only guys, too.
Only guys. Yeah. That, of course, that means they're great.
Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. So anyway, speaking on how timely this movie actually is too, there's also a big twist at the end of this movie where Lex Luthor's dating this influencer throughout the whole movie, and she's constantly taking selfies of like these major Metropolis events happening in the background, and then it's revealed at the end that she was actually basically extorting information and hands it over to the Daily Planet because she has like a thing with Jimmy Olsen. Which is maybe actually the craziest thing that this movie does in the plot, is that for whatever reason, Jimmy Olsen is like a thirst magnet.
Yes.
And every single woman wants him in this movie. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously played for laughs, and I laughed quite a few times.
Well, yeah, because Jimmy Olsen is sort of
he's the
timid, like green
reporter at the Daily Planet. Well, that's how he always is.
In other stuff, he's not even a reporter. He's just a photographer just follows Lois Lane around. But,
until he was a CIA agent in BVS.
Oh, God.
Remember when that was a
didn't
thing?
even know was Jimmy Olsen.
Because he was cut out of the original version.
Did I say I fucking hate that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
hey, for everything that's stupid that movie does that I love, I will never say that it's not stupid.
Oh, my God.
But they bring Jimmy Olsen back to basics, but he's also just a chick magnet in this movie.
And it ends up... There's never a plot point in this movie that is useless. It's all fun. It all comes together. Even Crypto destroying Mr. Terrific's spheres.
That POV shot of him like running right up to it with his mouth wide open. Hysterical stuff.
Even that at the end comes up, and it's in a fun way, right? Like,
with Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
They bring it back. And it's like, oh, yeah.
So there's nothing ever feels wasted. Every character interaction is fun. When Lois Lane is interacting with Mr. Terrific, I feel like they had some of the best scenes where she's like,
their little side quests that they go on together.
Yeah.
Which in like most movies, superhero movies, I feel like that would annoy me. Like when I don't want to even like refer to Lois as like the love interest in those movies, because like their relationship's kind of on the rocks throughout most of this movie.
Yeah.
But I'll just say, when Lois Lane, or rather the typical love interest in a lot of superhero movies, goes on this side quest, it usually never is interesting or it doesn't service the plot whatsoever. It's just to kind of give us more time with that character. Mm-hmm. She's actually doing things in this movie that are necessary to happen to further the plot, and it's refreshing. It's like when you play those Spider-Man games. Yeah. And
there's a side quest.
Side quest with Mary Jane that like everybody hated. I honestly never even hated him that much. But that's what like Lois Lane's doing, but she's actually with Mr. Terrific and then helping him do stuff too, and it may not pass the Bechdel test, but she's still doing something in this movie.
Well, it's never gonna pass the Bechdel test. It's a Superman movie. Like but like
the next movie might, Supergirl.
We shall see.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it would impress me if they did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Lobo is supposed to be the villain.
With Jason Momoa playing him, which is like, well, at least he's playing a role that works, that like makes sense now.
And I think he would be good for it.
I agree. I can see him as Lobo.
He was probably made for it.
He probably was. There's a few roles that he's made for, and one of them is Lobo. And the Minecraft movie, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Not. I'm never gonna watch that movie.
Have you? Yeah, it's on HBO Max. I get notifications about it all the time.
Bro, Sinners is on HBO Max now. I still haven't rewatched that.
Oh man, but it feels like you should see that in the theater.
Exactly. That's why I feel like I can't watch it. My theatrical experience is too good for that.
Or with a group of people. Like I just feel like it would be wasted.
Yeah.
Maybe circle back to it on Halloween.
That's a good point. Yeah, right? It'll be like the seasonality plays into that too. But if I haven't rewatched that on HBO, I'm not going to watch the Minecraft movie.
So that's another thing. Superman will probably be on HBO Max in the next few months.
Next month, yeah, probably.
It's already made $22 million.
No, it's going to make the most money out of any movie this weekend.
You think so? This weekend. This weekend.
Which, hilariously, Jurassic World broke that record. It made the most money out of any movie this year in its opening weekend.
Interesting.
Yeah, it kind of pissed me off, as if I didn't contribute to that.
I see. That's funny because I hear no one else talking about that.
I don't
movie.
hear anyone talking about it too. Who the fuck are these people that are going to see this movie?
No clue. But you know what? I guess we're always going to get another Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie.
Jurassic piece of shit movie. Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Jurassic.
Yeah. Jurassic Cars.
Yeah.
So yeah,
great movie.
So yeah, that's all we got, I think, for Superman. We're gonna end it with some Kryptonite. Well, I enjoyed it. It's a good movie. Crazy plot. Nothing controversial about it whatsoever.
No. Why would it be?
There wouldn't be.
No.
We're done talking about it. It's over, and we're gonna sign off now.
Okay.
We're not gonna get demonetized because we are not monetized at all.
Right. There's nothing you can do to us.
Yeah. We can say it if we want to, but we're just not.
Say what?
There's nothing to say. That's the thing.
Of course not.
Yeah, there's nothing to say.
I don't know.
We could really just say more about that, but there's nothing more to say.
But what is that? Yeah, exactly. There's no that.
There's that.
Nothing.
He is me and I am him.
Who?
You.
Me?
You.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to begin this episode or how to end it.
No.
But that's okay.
We still don't know how to end it.
We're having a good time. We're going to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So, thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of the Loose Leaf Media Podcast. My name is Davis Leaf. I did this with my co-host,
Romanus.
And we will see you guys in a couple weeks for the next episode. Thank you.